Good morning, everyone. My name is Peter Nandi. I'm the Partnerships and Activation Manager at Sho't. I would like to welcome everybody to the 2021 Travel Week webinar, where we'll be launching Travel Week to you, our partners, ahead of the event that will obviously happen between the 6th and the 12th of September of 2021. I'd like to introduce our panel, who will be sharing various tips and information that will highlight what to look forward to this year's version of Travel Week, and this year's version of what we call the Black Friday of travel. Joining us today on the panel is Sho't Mokheti, Hub Head of South Africa. We also have with us Melanie Ledoux, who's the Trade Relations Manager. And we also have with us today Darren van der Scheef from Vicinity Media. Before we begin, please note some housekeeping rules. We do have a chat bot on the right of your screen where you guys can post questions to our panel. We will definitely answer all those questions towards the end of the session. Should you have anything, any thoughts, please let us know and I will keep track of those. And yeah, without much further ado, let's get kicked off. Hi, Sho't, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, Pila. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I can see we've got about over 100 people. And that's fantastic to actually have so many people here with us. And what I will be taking you through today is more of the strategic elements of tourism before I hand over to the Trade Relations Manager, who will take you through what this project really is about. I think Pila has already introduced me, and I think I know quite a few people who are already on this call. So just to take you through what South African tourism really is about, there's a particular strategy that we actually follow. And within the strategy that we actually follow, there's three very key things that we actually look at. One being inclusive economic growth, job creation, and redistribution and transformation. So for South African tourism to do that, we focus on increasing the volume of people coming into the country or traveling around the country. On our side, obviously, as domestic tourism, our focus is people traveling around the country. We want them to spend a lot of money. We want them to stay longer. We want them to travel to all our beautiful areas and provinces. We want them to travel throughout the year, not only in key times in the year. And doing all of that, we also want to promote transformation. Now, one of the key things that we've been focusing on in terms of our strategy is to make sure that, one, we target particular countries that are critical to making sure that we will get the people that we need to come into the country. So that is the investment strategy that we actually put into our whole work. And it's also based on the fact that we have a limited budget, so we can't exactly target the whole world. So we have to be tactical in who we actually target. Once we recognize which countries that we target, we then look at, in terms of each and every single country, we go through the different segments within them, and we develop a brand strategy within that particular country to make sure that that brand strategy is in line with the people that live in that country, one, and also that we target in that particular country. One of the key things that we're doing today on Travel Week has to do with collaborations with our partners. To make sure that, since we do not own any product, we need to have a great collaboration with partners to make sure that the promise that we actually make to consumers, you guys do a fantastic job at delivering, which we've been quite fortunate as Sho't that you guys have done a fantastic job of doing that. And then obviously internally, we need to make sure that operationally we're efficient, and also that we have the right people that work at South African tourism to deliver this particular work that we do. One of the things that we also then look at is, as I mentioned, that to build a recognizable brand, we also then target only a particular segment of people. And you will see in the next slide that we don't talk to absolutely everyone. We talk to only 4.1 million South Africans. And I get asked this question all the time, Mashoto, why only 4.1? How we did this is we looked at South Africans that are over 18 years old that actually earn some form of a living, and that earning has to be over 5,000 Rand. That 5,000 Rand was work that we did to look at everybody that in our surveys that has actually taken travel. And our survey consists of about 18,000 people that we survey around the country. And when we looked at that, we saw that the people that actually are inclined to take a holiday trip have to earn at least 5,000 Rand. And what they're looking for more is experiences. And I think with everything that's going on at the moment, experiences are way more important to South Africans because they're still trying to kind of figure themselves out in terms of traveling to different destinations. And what they're looking for is to do a lot of day trips, which we've seen quite a good increase in day trips, and to then also kind of dip their toes in accommodation. What we saw is accommodations that people are actually looking for at the moment are a lot to do with your camping kind of establishments, and also your establishments where they do self-catering, because then they with their family, they traveled with people that they know and trust. And also in certain areas, we see that hotels also and B&Bs are also getting traction. Events, well, I think that's what they used to do. It is obviously, as you can imagine, not an option at the moment, but word of mouth is quite important, especially when you are dipping your toe in certain things and you're not comfortable, you're worried about your safety, you're worried about your health, then word of mouth plays a big role in terms of making sure that the place that you go to is a place that you can actually trust because somebody else has actually gone to it. How we then do that, I think you guys have actually seen the campaign that we run. So how we talk to South Africans, our campaign is simply, it's your country, enjoy it, because nothing's more fun than a short lift. Now that is us in terms of South African tourism and short lived within South African tourism. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a bit of a video that actually talks about why we are here, to talk about Travel Week and to garner as much support for Travel Week as possible. I will then, after playing the video, hand over to Melanie, who will then take you through Travel Week. Thank you.
Despite a rough 2020 and 2021, South African tourism short-lived Travel Week is back. We want to help you reignite your business. We are asking trade partners to register for Travel Week by uploading discounted deals and packages on the South African Tourism Short-Lived website. As in previous years, this trailblazing travel initiative will see tourism partners and operators offering discount of up to 50%, stimulating overall domestic travel and leveraging the opportunity to grow your business. As the home of domestic travel short-lived, we want to ensure that we do all we can to get things up and running again so that you will have more peace of mind and reassurance in your business. Using our platform's marketing resources, tips and tools, we will give you a front row seat to Mzansi over a prioritized period, allowing your business to be seen and heard all over the country like never before. In 2019, we were joined by 665 trade partners from all over South Africa. Let's have a look at some of our partners. All you need to do is join Travel Week's sale and offer discounts that will help to take your business to the next level and beyond. Don't let the opportunity pass you by. Simply visit our website and register your deals that will be showcased for short-lived Travel Week between the 6th and the 12th of September 2021. After all, it's your country. Enjoy it, because nothing is more fun than a short-lived.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Sho't, for that handover. I'm going to take you through the elements of short-lived Travel Week and just tell you a little bit more about what's planned. A lot of you have already in the past participated, so I hope you're excited that we are back. So basically, this is an opportunity for all of us as the industry to partner and to get South Africans moving. We've had a lot of success in the past, especially with our 2019 Travel Week. This year, we're going to be running Travel Week between the 6th and 12th of September. And remember, I know there was some confusion in the past when it came to the actual campaign elements and understanding the concept itself. The sale of travel deals is only live from the 6th to the 12th of September. So consumers cannot access your deals after that, not from the short-lived platform. Once the deals go on sale from the 6th, they are able to make inquiries and do bookings throughout that week until the 12th. But what is even more important is the validity of your deals. They can book them during that week, but whatever you decide in terms of when that actual deal is available for is entirely up to you. I'm going to just take you just through a quick snapshot of what we had happen in 2019. I think it's important for us to all just get a look, a view of who, we know the provinces that participated and the numbers that came in. And you can actually see some really nice growth that happened from 2018 to 2019. Everybody actually got a lot more involved. I think we had quite a lot of support from all the provinces. Some of us, we need to do a little more work in terms of getting the trade. This is actually the numbers of the trade participants per province. So we kind of doubled or more than doubled the numbers, and hopefully this year we'll even see a better increase in our participation. We had quite an extensive media campaign in 2019. You can have a look at that. I'm not going to go through each one, but you can see that we went as far and wide as we possibly could. We had some extensive PR value and digital media reach, and we do plan on doing more, if not a better job in terms of value with what we have this year. Some results that we've got from a survey we ran with our travel partners last year. We had quite a number of inquiries, over 2,000, and the deal sold was almost 1,500. We looked at a value of over 25 million rand in deals sold. This is the feedback that we received from you, our participants. We obviously didn't get feedback from everyone, so you can only just hope that the number was a lot bigger than that. But just in terms of the benefit and the value that Travel Week actually does bring to the industry, we're really hoping and looking forward to something similar, if not more, to help us in this road to recovery. So let's look at the 2021 plan. We have, I hope you can see that, but we basically kicked off this week in communicating with our trade partners. We've got a whole bunch of associations that we're going to speak to, and obviously we reached out to our provinces and our various tourism authorities to get all of you here today. So thank you to them for reaching out and helping us have this conversation with all of you. So, you know, we're really hoping to grow that 665 number with all of these webinar sessions. We will only run webinars until next week, and thereafter we will rely on our social media to get more trade and reach as many of the trade partners that we can. Our consumer campaign will kick off on the 1st of August. So obviously we want to make sure that our trade, you know, that you're all aware of the campaign before it actually hits the big media platforms. It is going to be very extensive, like I said. So, you know, look out for that. And, you know, hopefully that reassures you in terms of the marketing backing that we are providing. This is what the media mix is looking like. You can see we are countrywide, very, very extensive. We've just about touched on every single possible media platform that we can. And we've got some new partnerships on board as well to help us get things out as much as possible. An important aspect of Travel Week is obviously to benefit you, our industry. So, you know, everything we do in terms of the media is to support the industry to make sure that your deals get to the consumer. So I hope this pleases you. We're very excited. We are very, very anxious to get our campaign kick-started on the 1st. So you must all look out for that. This is just an example for those of you that were participants in 2019. We did provide a toolkit. You know, we learn every year on various things that need to be improved. There were some participants that struggled to utilize the toolkit. We're going to try and simplify that this year so that everybody can access it and everybody can use it. And it's basically a bunch of digital assets that you can apply to your own platforms. You'll be able to include your own company name on some of these elements. They are there for you to use on your social media, so you can reach out to your own consumer database. You can use the elements as far and wide as you want to be able to get your travel week deals in front of the consumer. There's an example of the mailer that I actually sent out, which you'll be able to do as well. So if you do any direct marketing, you can utilize the toolkits elements to do that as well. These will be sent to you on approval. Once you've registered, you will receive a link where you can access these elements. So our provincial, city, regional, all our different tourism authorities are also more than welcome to access these toolkit elements. Just a quick step by step, and I mean, I do know that a lot of you are very familiar with the platform. We haven't changed it drastically. We've just made some tweaks and improvements where we can. Some of them you won't see, but they're happening in the background. So basically, the first step would be for you to be registered on Sho't Left. So if you're not already currently an active Sho't Left deal, product owner user, then you will have to register from scratch. And that is your link, which you will get also in communication. The second step is once you've registered, you'll be able to access the travel week registration. So travel week registration is a separate process because it only happens once a year. It's a slightly different process. You're going to have to complete, it's not a lot, a couple of fields to give us information of who's participating in travel week. Once you've submitted that, we will approve it from our side at SA Tourism. As soon as it's been approved, and we need you to give us 24 to 48 hours to get that done, because we do get quite a lot of registrations coming in all at once. Once you get approved, you'll receive an email, and on that email, there will be a link for you to start accessing the deals, to upload and to get to your toolkit elements. Then, yeah, that'll be your third step. So the travel week deal process is not that much different, but once you get there, you'll be able to see there are a few different elements, and I'll just go through the key elements that you need to be very, very conscious of, because there are some things that if you leave them out, your process becomes a little more difficult. So these are the key dashboard elements. When you are loading your deals, you absolutely need to select your travel week campaign deal. So there's a drop-down box and you'll select this one. If you don't select this, your deal will not be showcased for travel week. So this is the most important part. If it doesn't get selected, it will just sit with all the other deals that are not part of travel week, and it won't be showcased from the 6th to the 12th of September. It's very important for us to continue our COVID-19 protocol requirements. Mention it in your deal description. Your consumers, the travelers are very aware, like Sho't mentioned some of the information that we've received. We know that people are conscious of the health and safety precautions, and they are more reluctant if they don't believe establishments are more strict about them. So please be very aware of that and make sure you're including them. Something that we haven't stressed in the past is your GPS locations. This is important for us moving forward, because what we haven't mentioned is that we will actually be launching a new website that will be live for Travel Week. So a lot of exciting things happening in the background. And one of the things we really need you to do is include your GPS locations in your deal descriptions so that we can use that information when mapping out the spread of deals on our Sho't Left website. So this is very, very important. And also for partnerships like Waze that you'll hear more about, having your GPS locations available is quite key, so that consumers know where to find you. And when they use their search, they can see exactly where you are located. When it comes to images, you do get to load a number of different images. It's very important that you stay away from poster type images. Anything that's got copy all over the image, we won't be accepting. We may, if time allows us, come back to you on email to say, please change your image. Otherwise, we may select or deselect that image and use whatever else you have provided. If there's nothing else, you will hear from us. But before you even load such an image with copy or poster type images, please use our gallery if you have nothing of your own, and ensure that the image you use is relevant to the deal that you are promoting. On pricing, you will need to make sure you include both your price and your discount. In the past, it's been, you're able to select either, but preferably we need you to do both. It's, I think, possibly a mandatory field right now. And the reason for that is we don't want any deals appearing on the website with a R0. We need you to show that there is a discount and there is an actual price. If you've got a number of deals you're promoting, then you will need to at least use your entry-level price, so your starting price that you are working with. And that is very, very important for us because it impacts on whether or not the success of your deal. And if people click on your deal because it says 0 and they hear back from you that it's actually not 0, it just causes a lot of complications. So to make things smoother, please just ensure you have a price and a discount available. And on that note as well, we've had up to 50%, we've had a range leading up to 50% discounts. We're encouraging, we don't expect everyone to do 50%, there's 20%, 30%, whatever your business allows you, but just important to note that consumers are drawn to the best discounts. So whatever you can afford, we understand, and we do hope that some of you are able to provide those bigger discounts. Published dates, we have put them in mandatory. I'll double check, but as I sit here, I believe it's a mandatory field. Or a default field, sorry, that we've included. If you find that it's opened and you need to put in your dates, it has to be 6 to 12 September. We will do those checks as well to make sure that you are live during that week. And then your validity dates, that's entirely up to you. This is where you get to be flexible. If you don't believe you're able to sell anything in the next quarter, then don't, following September, then maybe plan your deals for the first quarter of 22, whatever suits you. Your validity can be anything up to 6 and 12 months if you want, or it can just be for the month of November. It's really entirely up to you. It's to suit what, works for your business. So maybe give that a nice think and decide what Travel Week will do for you, because the whole idea is for Travel Week to work for your business. So think about that, and then you can decide what it is. Some of you may already have plans. And that's all from me. That's what you'll look forward to. You'll see that in all shades, red, blue, green, yellow, all over the country. And we really wish you all the best for Travel Week. We are available if you have any questions. Thank you. So I'm gonna, before handing over to Darren from Waze, Darren's got some exciting stuff to share with us on that partnership. I just want to share 2 testimonials from travel partners that participated in previous Travel Week campaigns, just to give you a sense of how they felt about their involvement.
My name is Begi Dube. I'm the founder and CEO of Curiosity, which operates in Johannesburg, Durban, and Cape Town. Curiosity is a travel and lifestyle company. We offer accommodation accompanied by great curated experiences and tours, as well as food and beverage components in any city that we are in. And every day you're taking part on tours. So either you're doing an inner city tour, a Maboneng public art tour, as well as a Soweto township tour, and really trying to make travel accessible and affordable. The reason I decided to participate in Travel Week was, one, marketing the brand, marketing the experiences, all the offerings that we have. Let's immerse ourselves in South Africa. Let's engage with South Africa. It's affordable, it's accessible, it's within our backyard. Through the Travel Week campaigns, we've seen an interesting trend of people that take part. It really starts to encourage the typical millennial who's black like me, start to say, oh, actually you can go to the local backpacker or hostel, have a drink, food, stay there, take part on an experience. So you start seeing, I think, a shift in consciousness in how people travel. So for me, really being able to create a product where a typical millennial who's 18 years old backpacking around the world can stay in, but also a CEO of a business can stay in this type of product was very key for me. So that's why we've got different segments. We've got like well-designed dormitories where you have like a 5-star rated mattress, it's stable, you've got a charging port, a reading light, but also in the same space, you've got a premium room with its own bathroom. And we do a lot of artist residencies. All the art hung around is done by basically different artists locally and internationally. So, and putting design at the heart and at the core of what we do, it becomes, I think, quite a great product. I would recommend other travel partners to register on it. I think, one, brand awareness within the local travel market. 2, the affiliation with, I think, brands such as South African tourism. It allows for maximum visibility. 3, as well, as a product owner, you start to also really re-engineer your product and your offerings to cater for the domestic market itself. I would like to encourage people to travel locally, so come and experience South Africa with curiosity.
Hi, I'm Angela Wood. I am the General Manager of Sales for Thompson's Holidays. Thompson's Holidays is the largest South African tour operator, and we're owned by the Travel Corporation internationally. We've been around for over 40 years. We sell the whole world, but South Africa is one of our biggest products that we offer to the South Africa traveling market. We decided to participate in Travel Week because it was a great platform for us to showcase our specials that we had negotiated for the South African traveller to experience our beautiful country and has so much to offer. From going on a hop-on, hop-off bus to doing a spa weekend away at really, really affordable prices that everyone can travel. Travel Week is a week campaign that runs basically for a week of specials that have unbelievable offerings, something that you can't get year-round, and it's to destinations within our own country that allows for us to give extra value adds such as extra tours or discounted rates or buy one get one free. So these are specials that are run within that week for South African travellers. The value we saw in participating in the 2018 Travel Week campaign was reaching a new market that we possibly haven't reached before for the South African traveller to travel to, and to travel to destinations that are not your mainstream but off the beaten track and experience new adventures within South Africa. I would really encourage all our travel partners to register for the 2019 Travel Week campaign. We received such positive feedback. Our sales grew, and we saw people traveling to places within South Africa that they've never been to before. I think if we stand together and collectively create that South African awareness and those deals that are so affordable, it will definitely increase everybody's sales from here.
Thanks, Melanie. Morning, everyone. Thank you so much for your time this morning. And also a special thanks to the SA Tourism team for giving me this opportunity to speak to everyone. So before I get started, just a brief introduction to myself and our business. My name is Darren. I'm a sales director and a founding partner, employee at Vicinity Media. We're a South African ad tech business. It was founded in 2014. We specialize in location-based media solutions. This includes our own proprietary technology as well as Waze. So we are currently the preferred partner for Waze in sub-Saharan Africa as well as the Asian Pacific. Important to note that Waze is a Google-owned business, but it does operate independently. And the question is probably going to come up: what is the difference between Waze and Google Maps? So Waze, how it differs is that it crowdsources a lot of its data to help drivers get to their destinations quicker. Most of the users are urban-based professionals that use it to get from work to the offices and back home, but it also then becomes their default application. So when they travel, it's the default navigation app they would use. Right, so just up first, we have a short video that outlines Waze ads within the platform and various ad units or advertising opportunities available. Yeah.
Connect your brand with drivers as they go about their day. Whether they're taking the kids to school, leaving for work, or hitting the road, Waze puts your brand in the passenger seat. Waze pens are like digital billboards, educating and reminding drivers of places near their route, showing messages that are both contextual and measurable. Drivers can even add a stop along the way. Takeovers are our highest impact ad format and are only served once drivers have come to a complete stop. Drivers can choose to save the business location or get more info, then visit it later on their next drive. When drivers are less familiar with the area, allow Waze to suggest your brand through promoted search, making it simple to visit your location. Native ads on Waze are proven to drive more traffic to your business. And the world's top brands are already using Waze ads as a unique marketing channel.
You're coming with me. I'm the Terminator. Let's drive. We have arrived. Hasta la vista, baby.
Recent studies prove that Wazers are more likely to navigate to your business location after seeing it on the map. Stay with drivers from the beginning to the end of the day. Make Waze ads a part of your marketing strategy. Get on the map.
To follow up on that video, I'd like to take you through a brief overview of how the various ad units were applied to the recent Sho't Left campaign. Starting first with the branded pins. So the pins or branded pins are definitely our most recognized ad unit. They allow advertisers to make their network of locations on the platform and visible and essentially about driving location awareness. Users are able to engage with the pins. The user clicks on the pin, they're presented with a pop-up, so that image just to the right. The pop-up or the expandable ad unit provides more details regarding the promotion or the offer available at that specific location. Users are also able to further engage by clicking on the info button, and the location info page essentially includes more information about that specific location, phone number, websites, but we can also include additional information such as availability of credit card facilities, air conditioning, wheelchair access, etc. So this is what we refer to as location personality. Next up is the use of currency badges. These weren't included in the previous campaign, but we do plan to make use of them in future campaigns. Essentially, a currency badge lets the user know that there is an offer or promotion taking place at that specific location. And more importantly, it drives engagement. So in some cases, we've seen an increase of over 100% in engagement on the print. It catches the user's attention and obviously prompts them to engage with the ad unit. So hand in hand with branded pins, we have promoted search. This would ensure that the large hotel or guest house ranks at the top of search results. It's promoted, as with Google. It includes, the search criteria includes the name of the establishment, the street or suburb that the establishment is located in, and the category that the location falls into, which in this case would be hotel and lodging. So bear in mind that when it comes to category search, the promoted location is closest to the user will rank at the top of the results. Any other promoted locations within the area that the user is close to will be pinned at the map above the results. So the nearby arrow wasn't included in the video because it's fairly new to our market, but definitely an ad unit that we've introduced to a lot of campaigns lately. It's a first contact ad unit, meaning that it's presented to the user as he or she gets in their car and opens the app. And the role of the ad unit is just to amplify the reach of the location. It tends to move around a bit on the screen to get the user's attention, and is essentially letting the user know that there's something going on just outside of the screen or just outside of the impression. Once the user clicks on that nearby arrow, engages with the arrow, they are then presented with a branded pin plus the expandable from the location that's closest to them. So last but definitely not least is the takeover or zero speed takeover. It's referred to as a zero speed takeover because it's presented to the user as they come to a zero speed standstill. So when they stop at a traffic light, this is also the time they tend to look down at their phone to see where the next turn is. The user is able to engage with this ad unit through an implemented call to action or CTA. In the case of this campaign, we implemented a save for later CTA. The user could save the URL or the web address to their inbox. And this allows us then to send multiple push notifications to the user to remind them of the offer or the promotion that they're interested in. Okay, so to close off, it's just one recommendation, and that would be regarding location details. I mean, this is the level of detail we can include in each and every location. And essentially, the more detail we provide, the more personality the location has. So you can see we have a location name, additional offer. This could be more info on the deal available at the location, the business address of the location, the description of the business. You can also include phone number, a website URL, and opening hours, and then we have the various location personalities such as air conditioning, credit card facilities, wheelchair access, Wi-Fi, etc. All right, so that concludes our short and sweet presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Hoping to field any of the questions you may have inserted into the chat box, and thanks again to everyone for their time.
Thank you so much, Darren, for the insightful presentation on Waze and Vicinity Media. I'm just going to go to the chat box. Darren, if any questions are directed at you, I will let you know. But we did see a couple of questions come through. Melanie, there's a question that has come through to you. Hi, Melanie. Can you please explain what it means? Consumers campaign starting on 1 August. Does it mean they can only start buying then? That is from Millicent Shai.
Okay, thank you, Millicent. Well, the trade communications campaign is what we've just begun, which will also extend through digital media from next week. When we refer to the consumer campaign, that is actually the marketing campaign. Consumers will only be able to purchase, to make bookings and inquiries between the 6th and the 12th of September. So that is when Travel Week is live. It's not before and it's not after. So I hope that clarifies. Of course, that does not apply to the validity, as I explained. Deals, you can sell deals that are available for, you know, they can use the booking in January, so they can visit wherever in February. It depends on when you want them to, in terms of validity. But booking 6 to 12 September only.
Cool, thank you, Mel. The next question is from Heidi Holgren. What community radio stations in the Eastern Cape is part of the media mix? We are located in the Kucha region, Gamtus Valley. That is from Heidi. I think Sho't, that is directed at you.
Yep, that would be directed at me. Hi, Heidi. In terms of the community radio stations, we're still finalizing the list. What I can tell you is previously what we looked at is Bay FM Link, UCR, and I don't remember whether it's Alfred Nzo or Alfred NZO, so I don't know how to actually pronounce it, but those are the ones that we've actually looked at in the past. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it does show the different areas that that it covers, but if there's a particular community radio station in your area that you're referring to, possibly send us a note and we'll see if we can add it in the mix.
Thank you so much, Machado. We've got another question from Jolan Giovanni that says, do you need to have a booking systems to complete registration? Well, I think that one's directed at you.
Sure. In terms of booking, ideally, if you have a website booking URL that you've included, that works best. Obviously, if you don't have the website booking, you still may use an email booking. And then, of course, you can include telephone number options as well. But ideally, you know, the website booking, we're trying to promote digitization online. We want people to utilize online booking platforms. So preferably, if you do, you can direct them to your website.
Cool. And also from Jordan, is it possible to have a phone number to call when in the to call when stuck in the registration process?
You'll be able to travelweek@southafrica.net, and that will also be included in your Travel Week pack that we'll be sending out next week. But if you want to get that now, it's travelweek@southafrica.net.
Awesome, thank you. The next one we got from is Sibulele Mbalo. It says, insightful presentation from Darren. Would participation by tourism products and attractions on Waze carry a cost? If so, what's the indication of prices?
Before Darren answers, may I enter?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's it's a two-part question that directed at you, Sho't, and as well as Darren.
Yes. In terms of our partnership with Waze, we incurring the costs for the partnership with Waze, so you guys do not have to incur any costs to it. All we need is, and this is part of the pack that we will be sending, is to just make sure that the relevant information to get you onto Waze, you guys provide for us. But that'll be in the pack. But no, the costs are incurred back.
We've just, I think this is more of a comment than a question from Nadi Truta. Thanks, guys. We'll definitely participate. Nadi, Wikis Bay Hotel, Saldanha Bay, Western Cape. Thank you so much, Nadi. Guys, feel free to still send in. I think we just got a couple of minutes left. Feel free to send in any more questions that you have around the campaign itself, around the tools and platforms that we do have available. Maybe I think I can just give it 1 more minute. If there's nothing after a minute, I think we're good to close up.
Pila, if I can just add, please, just so that everybody knows. Thank you. If at the moment you may proceed to start registering. So I think if our moderator can possibly put that link on to the chat. But if you're already a user of the dashboard, you can proceed to your login page. The registration is already live, so please go ahead.
And we definitely will be communicating, obviously, after this webinar via post comms, and we will include that link if it doesn't come up now. But any further questions? I think the team is ready to answer. Just give it another 30 seconds or so.
Can we also just share the travel week at southafrica.net email, please, for all of our attendees, because that's the email that you will use to communicate to us. It won't just be myself. There's a team behind that email address.
And not a problem, Mel. Can I just attend to the 2 questions that just come in? And then right at the end, I'll give the email. So I see Tabsi Len Kiza says, hi, I've joined from a municipality. Is there a way we can access the toolkit though? We have no offers in particular. Mel, I think that's directed at you.
You can access it. You'll have to register and be approved. So when you register, if you can just put a note in for me that you are with the municipality and which municipality. Obviously, we don't want the whole world to register and use and misuse the toolkit. So it's got to be related to travel offers that will come through from your province. So maybe just share with me, even on Travel Week at southafrica.net, on your need for the toolkit. Then we can decide, you know, how to go about how to move forward on that.
All right, thank you so much, Mel. Just to repeat that one more time, the email address is travelweek, one word, at southafrica.net. You guys can post all your queries there, and Mel will get back to you, or one of the team will get back to you as soon as possible. I see we have a question from Letitia. She says, till when can we register our deals? Letitia from Homegrown Tours in Claremont.
Apologies, we should have already notified you in the presentation. Your cutoff to register and load deals will be the 3rd of September. Following the 3rd, we won't be accepting new registrations or additional deals, as we need to ensure that they are properly showcased live, etc.
Awesome, thank you, Mel. Just another comment from Heidi. We think this is a very important campaign to boost our businesses, so we hope all will get involved. As you guys could see, last year we had 665 traders involved, and we'd love to up that number. And yeah, let's get South Africans traveling, guys. I see Debo Velombo is, please advise how many people from Northern Cape has signed in. Would you please also share the recording of the webinar session to the email deboko@experiencenortherncape.com. As discussed, guys, everybody that has registered for the session, we will have post comms where we will send the recording as well. Currently, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly how many people from the Northern Cape have signed in. As you know, it's signed up by email address, but we will definitely share post comms with the recording of the session. So guys, we've got 2 minutes left of time left. Is there any other comments, queries that need to come through?
Can I just add while we're here that once we do send the post comms, if you feel that maybe somebody that did not attend or was not able to attend, please feel free to also share the information with them or if you are somebody mentioned from a municipality, share with your municipality so that they also get the details, they get the email, so that all of us are manning this email, so they get the email address, and we get as many people registered as possible. The people we have that are registered, the more people we have on Waze, the better for us as a tourism industry.
Cool. I think there's just two that I'd missed here, Sho't. There's one from Mikhail Peppers. Wish us to such travel insights from Green Heart City, Durban shines. Thank you, Mikhail, for that comment. Alexandra Yonka says, do you have any banners or collateral for us to share on our email signatures or newsletters to let people know we are participating in Travel Week?
That is part of the toolkit. So you will definitely have an email signature. You'll have social media posts that are pre-created. That's all going to reach you on Monday. And of course, when you get approved on registration, you'll receive that link to the toolkit.
All right. I think that concludes our session today. I do not see any further comments, questions. If I have missed anything, please feel free to send an email to travelweek@southafrica.net. One of the team will get in touch with you. As well said, the registration process does take about 24 to 48 hours. We do obviously try to get back to you sooner than that, and I think the same works with the email. So thank you guys all for joining us today. I hope you guys have found it useful and insightful. But like we said, if any questions, queries, travelweek@southafrica.net, and one of the team will get in touch with you ASAP. So thank you to our panelists today. Thank you, Mel, Sho't, and Darren. It's been very insightful, and thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, everyone.